When Jesus taught his disciples how to pray, he instructed them to address Jehovah God as Father. It has been suggested that to address God as Father is a compact summary of the Christian faith. The great value of this word Father is that it at once settles all the relationships of life. First, we find that Father implies personhood. Though invisible and seemingly evasive, God is not some mystical force. God is a real person. Upon returning from the heathen islands, missionaries relate that the hearts of the people possess a specific uncertainty about their gods. Their belief is that there are literally hordes of deities. In their minds, every stream and river and tree and valley and hill and woods and every natural force has its own god. And this was the obsessive situation at Athens when Paul admonished the people there, "I perceive that you are too religious." Next, we find that Father implies oneness. Further still, all the gods of the heathens are jealous, grudging, and hostile, and must therefore be placated. Consequently, a man is kept in constant fear, for he knows not when he has omitted the honor due any one of the particular unseen deities huddled in vengeful readiness to punish him. Thus there comes to the mind of a pagan a certain sense of tranquility in knowing that there is but one God, and that we can know some significant and reliable truths concerning him. The Lord said to Israel in bringing that massive group of people out of the paganism of Egypt, in Exodus chapter 20, verses 1 through 4, "I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth." Again, he said, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord thy God is one God." Paul said in Ephesians 4 and verse 6, "One God and Father of all, who is above all, and through all, and in you all." It is an amazing fact that one of the strong evidences for the Ten Commandments having come from heaven and not from earth is that they carry with them no semblance whatsoever of a previous culture. They're fresh, they're crisp, and they're totally uninfluenced by either Egypt, where Israel had been for 400 years, or by the heathen nations that was presently around them. The heathen live in terror of the multiplicity of gods in which they believe. He is taunted and haunted, not at all helped or uplifted by his religion. And this fact alone cries out for enlightenment and for intervention. In Greek mythology, Prometheus was a god in the primitive days before man possessed fire. And life without fire, to say the least, was almost impossible to live. It was comfortless. In compassion, Prometheus took fire from heaven and gave it as a gift to man. But Zeus, the king of the gods, was feverishly angry over the matter. And he took Prometheus and he chained him to a rock in the middle of the Adriatic Sea, where he was tortured with the heat and thirst of the day and the knifing cold of the night. Furthermore, Zeus prepared a vulture to come and to tear out the liver of Prometheus, and each time that his liver was torn out, it would grow back, and the cycle was persistently repeated. Friends, this is what happened to the God who tried to help man. The entire concept held by the trembling heathen was that the gods were insanely jealous and vengeful and evil and bitter, and the last thing that they desired was to help mankind. But what a far cry from New Testament Christianity. You think of Jesus, not vying for supremacy of any kind, came to seek and to save that which was lost. He taught his disciples to pray, not to a wrathful deity, but to a loving Heavenly Father. Therefore, we need to be thankful for the fatherhood of God, so unlike the nightmare of other false gods that are in the world around. And we need to show Him that rightful gratitude in loving Him in return. He who designed and made us hovers around us with an infinite, undying love. And friends, this is the very heart of the Bible. This is the ultimate rendition of all that it has to say. Jesus came to tell us that God is our Father. in all the glorious implications of that beautiful word. Friends, we thank you for joining us for our program today, and may God bless you with a wonderful day.